Good morning, everybody. It's December 19th, about 7:30 a.m. and slept great last night. I'm up here in central or northern Michigan. I got the hot tent out again, the Smokehouse Outfitter. I got the stove going here, just kind of waking up and drying things out. It was a late night, got in about 8:30 last night, and I was driving around quite a bit. They had a lot more snow here than I expected. All the reports said 4 to 6, but I'm south of Houghton Lake here, and there's quite a bit more than that. And got a couple points last night driving in the dark in a Jeep. I thought I was going to get stuck, so I had to take it easy and found the easiest spot I could to park here, and just some random little hole in the state forest to set up the tent. So I'll show you what we got here. There we go. I got my sleeping clothes drying out. Not that they were wet, but just like to make sure they're extra dry before I put them out. Got the lights here. Got the little stove going. Putting out some nice heat here. It just started, so just starting to feel it warm up. 27 outside, 40 inside. We'll get that up to about 70 or 80. So, getting ready for coffee. I'm not sure if I'm going to do the mocha pot or the percolator. But, had the weather radio going last night. So, we'll take a peek. Got some gear on that side. Take a peek outside, see what it's looking like. Oh, wow. Look at that. Wow. Yeah, we're getting quite a bit of ice or sleet or something right now. But yeah, I just woke up, so we'll come back later when it's light and get a good view of the Smokehouse Outfitter. All right, we're doing okay here. I've got some kielbasa cooked up here, waiting on the eggs. They're looking pretty good there. The old Wagner number 5 skillet from about 1921. Coffee over here on the propane. Almost done. That's about it for now. Okay, I had breakfast here. Started to get kind of organized and cleaned up. Some eggs and kielbasa. It was really good. I've got the coffee there. Heat that back up. Have another cup later. A little box of wood. I'm getting pretty low. That's just a little bit I brought. So I'll have a look around here. Got the little fan there I got for $9 on Amazon. Hang it up on a ridge line just to blow some of the heat back down, which kind of keeps it circulating. It's nice. Stove's still going. That's the Pomoly T1. It's a folding titanium stove. It's real nice, larger than my other Lux. I think it's a 3W stove they call it, which isn't a folding model. This one is. It's just got these little hinges. You just fold those latches over. Super easy to set up. Just some flashing to kind of keep the heat away from the tent. And we've got a little table here, odds and ends, chair. I got my hammock here. It's one I sewed myself. Just a black basic gathered end. Got the hammock gear. What is this? The 20 degree I brought this time. 20 degree top quilt. And I sort of tie it back to the side of the tent to give me a little more room in here. The rest of my gear is on the side over there. So let's go outside and see what we got. Oh yeah. Very nice. So this is the Smokehouse Outfitter 1. It's got one knee wall. It's at 29 inches high on this side. And the other side is just a lean-to. Plenty of room. Less to heat, less to mess with. Already started cutting some wood. I got the little mini chainsaw, 10-inch. Cut some nice dry stuff here. I think it's oak. But, had a little trouble getting through here last night. There wasn't a lot of good options for parking or camping. A lot of snow. The map looks like it said 4 to 6 inches, but there was definitely more. Not the best setup. I got a lot of wrinkles in this thing. Usually I think I'm about an inch or two too low. So I might adjust that later. No big deal. But yeah, I'll take a look out here. I hear the snowmobilers going. But yeah, I had this thing in 4 low last night. Giving it hell. Almost got stuck a few times off the main road or trail. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, it's real nice. That's it for now. It's real light snow, almost kind of an icy mix. Gonna get up to about 33 today, 34, something like that. So pretty easy so far. I'm hoping this winter gets colder though. But it's only December. Let's take a closer look at this stove. Again, this is the Pomoly T1. It's titanium. It folds up. The legs fold up, nice and compact. I call it basically the size of like a big high school textbook when it's all folded up, just flat and easy to pack. I got it dampened down pretty good right now. It's just a good bed of coals and putting out a lot of heat. Warm up some coffee here. Better take that off. Let's see what we got. Perfect. So that's pretty much it. Just again, some cheap flashing I got at Home Depot. I don't think it's really necessary. I mean, it does put out a lot of heat, but nothing that's going to melt this. But it's just good for a little extra barrier. I usually have something underneath my other stove just to reflect some heat off of the ground, but didn't bring it for this stove. Actually, I don't have one for this stove yet. I'll need to cut another piece. It's a little bit larger. But it's kind of nice. It smells like pine oil in here all night. So heating up this ground and pine duff. Just don't want to set anything on fire. That's stove jack here. This is about 2.4 inch pipe, titanium. You want to make sure your hole's a little bit bigger, the stove jack hole. Because if it's tight around there and you get some wind, this thing's gonna go up and down and you pull that pipe right out of the stove and then you are in big trouble. So anyway, you got a nice window, you got the air intake in the front here, you can adjust that. On the back here, you've got the probably hot, little damper. Close it, open it, kind of adjust the burn rate there. Putting out a ton of heat. Hatchet axe, all the usual stuff. Again, this is that Wagner. I think it's from about 1921, 22, something like that. Number 5. Perfect for just me. 2 eggs, some kielbasa, or I like the pre-cooked sausages, pancakes, whatever. A little wool grabber. Got my hammock pulled back a little bit tighter here, make more room. Let's go out again. Kind of take a look from back here. I like to put all my gear on the side there. Got a canvas floor, rubber, just a cheap $10 yoga mat I got at Meijer. Still snowing a bit. I think I'll cut more wood right now in case that changes to rain or drizzle later. This was a 10-foot pipe. I cut it down to about, I don't know, I want to say maybe 8.5 or 9. I'll take a little look at the tent again here. Got these nice little line lock adjusters. pull on that to tighten it. Bought the optional poles from Smokehouse. You can pay another 40-50 bucks. I know you can go to Home Depot and get something real cheap, make your own out of PVC, but these fold down in half real nice. And these adjusters are great. Better not mess with it right now. Got the sod cloth here, you can tuck under, keep the drafts out. Again, not the best setup. I usually have this nice and taut, but had a little trouble last night. It's got one pull out on the side here. Again, a little line lock adjusters. And I forgot to mention the pole. You can kind of see it poking through there. There's a pole that goes from the bottom here all the way up to the peak and then back down to the top of the knee wall. Right here. Keeps the roof somewhat tight. You know, this is gonna sag when it gets wet, but that's just the name of the game. But it definitely helps. It would be nice if there was maybe one here and then one here, set of poles. But, otherwise, yeah, not much going on. These solo trips, you just kind of sit and burn wood. Got some whiskey and Coke for later. Just make some lunch and dinner and cut firewood. That's about it. Got the old permit, camp registration card. We'll let that one go. Big knot. These cheap gloves I got at Harbor Freight for about $5 are great. Just PVC. I know a lot of people like the leather gloves, and either if they have rubber on the palms, it wears off, and the leather ones get wet. Then you have wet gloves all day. That refreezes, makes your hands even colder than if you didn't have any gloves on at all. Pretty good dexterity. But if you need to keep your hands totally dry, doing this kind of work, you can't beat it. Well, I can only burn so much wood and sit in a tent for so long, so I'll come out and do a little hike just to stretch my legs. Nothing much. But I found this little game trail earlier, so sticking to this. Not much to see, but Sure is nice with that snow. Ouch. I was heading back to camp and noticed this oak tree down. That's good firewood. Off the ground. Completely dead, no bark, so we have to come back for that. I don't know, we'll see how far back it is. I'm just lazy, it's not that, I can carry that back, but I like to find something close. Plenty of wood out here. They said a 20% chance of light snow and drizzle today, maybe freezing drizzle. But it's been going for a couple hours now. Nothing major, but enough to cover my Jeep there so far. Yeah, it sure is pretty. Big flakes. Water here, we're gonna do a little bit of hot chocolate. Shouldn't take too long. To 29 outside and 72 inside. So not bad, very comfortable. Definitely got the ground dried out here. Some snow farther away. But that's all we're doing. Hanging out, doing nothing. Well, it's still snowing out here a little bit. Little cabin fever sitting in there, so came back out here to walk around a little bit. It's actually starting to melt. It's about 32, 33 degrees. Wet stuff. Well, I was cutting some wood or getting ready to, and this happened, so luckily it should be an easy fix. Just the end of the string here. Put that back on, tie a knot, maybe two. I think I have some extra rope somewhere if I need the extra length, but yeah, that's no fun. So we'll work on that and hopefully get this thing running. Pumping a lot of heat here. I just made some super strong coffee in the mocha pot. It's looking good. Not much going on. We'll take a quick look outside. It's about my favorite time of the day. Just getting dark. Still just a real fine icy mist, light mist in the air. It is quiet out here. I decided to do a little evening snack here. I already had dinner, some chili mac earlier, but some more kibasi going here. Sitting around doing nothing, eating junk food. A little mixed drink here, Coke and cheap whiskey. You know, that'll work. Got a lot of coals going here. Oh yeah. That is hot. I'm gonna have to clean some of those out. Make some room for wood. God, that's hot. Gotta make some room for some wood. Getting a pretty good amount of freezing rain here. I think the tarp though just makes it sound a little more than it is. I'll walk away from that. Well, it's coming down pretty good. Actually, quite a bit. Glad I brought my rain jacket. At least I can go for a walk here and not get soaked. It's about 31 degrees, my thermometer. Oh yeah. Well, that's sleet or snow, not freezing rain, so I don't know, right on the edge. Damp. Got a lot of these big trees above me, and these massive snow bombs are just hitting me out of the blue every once in a while as it melts off and hits the tarp. About 7 o'clock, so stay up for a couple more hours and hit the bed, get in a hammock and burn a few logs. I've been waking up in the middle of the night and figured I'd just start the stove back up, kind of keep things dry and warm, so I'll probably do that again. And it usually seems to be about 2, 3 a.m. Getting some serious ice right now, or sleet, or whatever. It's definitely coming down. This is when it's nice to have a hot tent. And great weather to hide out from. So, yeah, it's barely 7 o'clock, so gotta sit around and enjoy it. There's breakfast, the usual coffee, eggs, and kielbasa. Had another good night. Running real low on firewood, so I'm gonna go cut some more tonight, or today. After I clean out the skillet there and stoke the fire back up. That was a good temperature right there for cooking. it is, let's see, 74 inside and 32 outside. So pretty much more of the same today. That's actually going to be the high for today, and it's only 8 a.m. And then it's going to get colder tonight. I'm in the process of taking this thing down, heading home. Not too much to it. I got the internal pole taken out. Gotta get the 3 over here, pull the stakes and roll it up. Jack flap right there. I'm really not worried about folding it or doing a nice job because it's all, well, not too wet, but dampening outside a little bit on the inside, on the side away from the stove. So I'm just going to set it back up in my basement loosely, let it dry out. But yeah, it was a real fun trip. Got the pipe there, roll that up, fold up the stove, and I'm out of here.